Rap Roundtable.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Jaw.
Sincere the rap snob.
Lacey Liguizamo.
J-Mo, no shame-o.
No shame-o.
What's fucking with that? Diddy, go get him.
Shout out to Sin, the beat was laced with the groove. Drive through the law, been the round table ensued. Lang added in beautifully. Jameson the booze, you see. Find Dini somewhere in the clouds, usually. Exclusively, we came together, bringing you these clever endeavors. Classics, we've been doing this since forever. Move the lever and distribute perspectives and contribute to the culture that we love and hold dear. 4 cups pulled up, and this shit go back for some years. Only difference now, this mic's up in here. Connecting like it's Voltron. Press play and watch us go on. You better get up on this wave like the Coast Guard. The Rap Roundtable.
I'm so drunk right now.
Listen, you already know what it is. Let's do what we do.
Yes, sir. The 1-year anniversary of the illustrious Rap Roundtable. But before we begin, as we normally do our starting lineups, we gotta address the loss of a legend in our world, in sports, in every aspect. Kobe Bean Bryant. I'm not gonna speak too much on it. It's one of my favorite people, my idol, I would say. A dude that's, brought a lot of moments, a lot of highs and lows, a lot of arguments, etc. It just sucks that he had to go the way he went, but you never question when people leave this plane, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna pass it off. Anyone else wants to discuss Kobe, because I ain't ready to really get into that.
I'll say a couple words. So I think you had me on your other podcast, the Gray Area, one time. We discussed sports a little bit, but I'm honestly not that big of a sports guy, right? Mm-hmm. I used to watch basketball heavy back in let me not age myself. Back in the 90s, right? High school, right? And I grew up on Michael Jordan, the Bulls era. I was a Bulls fan. Somewhere along the way, I just fell out of love with the game. There was some things that were going on in my personal life that I just lost interest in a lot of things, right? And then when Kobe came around, it was like, oh, okay, here's a new player that's pretty much just like Mike, right? In a lot of ways. So when he first came in the league, I was like, oh, we just have a new baby Mike. Like, Mike is Mike, here's baby Mike. But then when you see how his 20-year career panned out, the utter great, the Mamba mentality, you could even say he took that mentality a step beyond Mike. You know what I mean? And so he found a way to even people that didn't respect him at first, he shut all that disrespect down.
Absolutely.
Throughout his 20-year career, man. It's just you that's it, man. R.I.P. to Mamba.
Salute.
Pour up.
The greatness.
I'm getting tired of doing these RIPs on the Rap Roundtable. That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
But
yo, Dina, you got the Lakers hoodie on, bro. Let the people know. You know what I mean? Kobe, you wearing it for the Mamba. Let's talk about it.
Yo, bro, this shit is still surreal to me, man. It's crazy. Your man is literally the personification of don't quit, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
a fact.
going.
That's a fact.
Put it all out there. Get better. Everything was get better, no excuses. The living embodiment of that. Mamba mentality, pure focus, dedication, just locking in, And going into his second career, man, just stepped foot in his second career is already knocking down awards. Academy Awards and all that, Oscars. I'm just still lost, bro.
Yeah.
It's still, it's still, like you said, it still feels surreal. It doesn't, I don't think it's hit quite yet.
It's hit.
It's hit. It's just the magnitude of who he was and the icon that he was. There's just certain people that are so big that it's when it first hits is the shock, but then it's gonna take a while before you feel all of it. You realize just how big of a crater it's left in the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're like me and Jobs' age, well, really all of our age, but if you're me and Jobs' age particularly, you really grew up with that though. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like
from 6th grade until now.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's the way like your crowd's gonna feel about Braun. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. You know what I'm saying? But he the way he impacted your lives. Yo, the world don't love me today. What's up?
You're good, bro.
Right, it's just the way he impacted everybody's lives. It's just crazy, bro.
Let's get to a brighter topic here. Len, you got anything to say on Cole?
Yeah, I mean, you guys said it best. I'll just quickly say that the thing that I remember about Kobe is his attitude, and you alluded to this, Deanie, is his will to win, and that's something that we can apply to any part of our lives. You know, the man was an icon. It's a word we throw around a lot, but in the purest sense of the word,
indeed,
Kobe Bryant was an icon.
Indeed. Well, let's do what we do best. In memory of Kobe, you know, we lock in, we drop this work, we put this work out, and, you know, Mamba mentality, right?
Let's cook.
Let's go.
Like I said before, we are the upper echelon of the podcasters. You can find a Rap Roundtable on anywhere you find podcasts, from Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Wherever you need us, you can find us. As always, we are here to entertain. Tory Lanez made a comment a few weeks ago, in between episodes, that rap is in a bad place. Things are sounding the same too much. It's not a lot of pushing the culture forward. Basically, a lot of the things that we talk about here on the Rap Roundtable, I found it interesting that Tory Lanez, an R&B singer,
out of all people,
who moonlights as a rapper, is making these comments. I'm going to go to the rap snob here because I feel like it's about time someone echoes the sentiment that you've been pushing and we've argued about many times here.
For a while.
So how do you feel about Tory Lanez coming forward and locking it in?
I mean, I agree with the words and the sentiment. It's a little weird when I always find it weird when certain artists in the industry you know, they give this type of opinion,
right?
That, like, you know, the music feels stagnant, it feels repetitive or monotonous, or there's not much pushing or, you know, much boundary pushing. But when it comes time for them to release some music, they kind of go right back to whatever is popular because they need to get the bag and make some bread.
They're in that boundary, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so don't, you know, if you're gonna be, I agree with them, right? But if you're gonna be of that opinion, then, you know, do something about it. You know what I mean? How about you step outside of the box and try to, you know, push some boundaries. You know what I mean? That's my take on it.
That's a fact. What about you, Lang? You're like another rap snob yourself. You pick and choose when to engage in the snobbery. What do you think about that?
I'd say I moonlight as a rap snob. Yeah. No, not only
nice.
Not only is hip hop not in a bad place, but I'll go even further and I'll say that I'm sick of having this discussion, and I don't want to turn this into another sparring match between Sin and I,
right?
Because we've done that episode before,
but the people love it.
Well, maybe
it's a staple
go there.
of the show. I understand. If you're not arguing with Sin, I'm arguing with Sin. You know,
all right.
Give the people what they want.
But Tory Lanez is an artist. However you feel about Tory Lanez, he's an artist of a certain age, right around that time where an artist starts to point at younger artists and say, blah, blah, blah. Insert cliche here. And the fact that it's Tory Lanez, of all people, that's saying these things, I think lends credence to my argument that these things that he's saying really don't mean anything. This is just people of a certain generation not relating to the newer generation and then finding reasons to discredit this newer generation. Oh, it all sounds the same. Well, it all sounds the same to you, but if you really truly dive into the music in good faith, I'm sure you'll find a lot of layers there.
Right.
So that's my opinion.
What about you, Deanie?
Broken clock could be right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't negate. I mean, even though he is the antithesis of what he's talking about, I mean, he is making sense though. You know what I'm saying? So I can't disagree with it.
Ooh. So when he rhymes, you don't think he's trying to uphold a certain standard?
Like, not if you think of the top 5 Tory Lanez songs that come to your head,
I'm talking about when he's rapping, not the singer. But when he raps, he claims he's about the bars. You know what I mean?
When he raps.
Can we all agree that Tory Lanez can rap?
He can
Tory
rap.
Lanez
He
can rap. Yeah,
definitely can rap.
Nobody's denying
that's
that.
like
But there's a
80-20 of the
difference.
catalog, though.
Right. But there's also a big difference, and we'll also probably get to this topic
right
later on when we talk about a certain artist. But there's a difference between being able to spit and being good at spitting, right, and rhyming, and actually making good music. Or, there's a difference between spitting and the music that you make.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
careful with that.
Okay, got you. So yeah, I mean, he could spit, but if it comes time for him to, make a new project or come out with a new single, sure enough, he's gonna go into that same, that same box, those same cliched sounds that everybody's going to because, that's what's lucrative. And he's not gonna run the chance of catching the L or his music flopping or whatever. You know what I mean? That because he won't like that. So yeah, I mean, we got to make that distinction, right? He can spit, but there's also certain music that has to be made or that he tries to make. And there's gonna be some discrepancy there.
Yeah, you know what? All of you guys are hitting the notes 100%. I guess for me, I gotta stop saying for me. Obviously, I'm speaking, but I don't think it should come from Tory Lanez. First and foremost, I'm not gonna challenge what he said, but I felt like it would have hit a little different if it was a rapper. Like if Drake would have said it, or Kendrick, or Cole, one of the elites, Pusha T, Meek, one of these guys. If they would have said it, I think I'd have been like, all right. So does that mean you're gonna give us something that moves the culture forward?
Right.
But generally speaking, I don't know if he's 100% accurate.
They would have just been calling them haters, though, wouldn't they, though?
Maybe, but no, because the older dudes, like if Sin's era, like if a Nas said, not even to be funny, but if a Nas made that comment, then it's hate. But if it's a dude who's in his prime talking to the youth saying that we need to uplift the game, I think it hits a little bit different. But I just look at the situation and I don't think I agree, because I feel like rap is in a situation where we spoke about this in the past as well. You just pick what you want. Popular rap is a little monotonous. The joints that are on the radio are certainly not moving the culture forward, and for that he's right. But if you don't want that because of like Spotify and Apple Music,
right,
you can go and get what you want. If you want a Griselda, you can go get a Griselda. If you want a Pusha T, you can get a Pusha T. If you want some underground cat we never heard of, or a dude on the come up like an Eno Abasi, you can get that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if the culture is moving forward. I just think that the gatekeepers are holding the culture back from being what it used to be, which was a variety of sounds that all got a certain amount of shine. So I don't agree with Tory Lanez. I if anything, I look at Tory Lanez as a person who's in the game, who needs to hold the gatekeepers more accountable for the fact that they only want to let a certain sound in as the popular sound.
But why can't they do both?
I don't know. I don't make the decisions. You know what I mean? That's the problem. The gatekeepers are holding the culture back, in my opinion.
But who are you pointing the finger at as gatekeepers?
I don't know. I don't know who those people are. I don't know whether it's the program directors, the record, the white dudes who don't know the culture at the record labels who only want the bullshit rap. I don't know. But it's someone making those decisions that say that they want this bubblegum shit to hit, and every now and again a record sneaks in that doesn't belong there. Because for every Drake, Cole, Kendrick, there's a guy like that's on that list you made, like a Little Pump, who's getting a lot of spins. There's a lot of little fuck niggas getting a lot of spins.
I mean, we're talking about who makes decisions and who the gatekeepers are. I mean, I think the consumers deserve some of the blame, if you want to use that word.
Touche.
I mean, these guys being record executives and artists, they're in the business of making money.
Right.
And they make money by commanding people's attention.
Right.
So, I agree that, look, I'd be lying if I said that there isn't a certain sound, a certain vibe that's resonating with the youth now, and that they're sort of beating it to the ground, at least, in terms of the mainstream side of things, for sure.
Just like
but I mean, let's be honest, they're doing it because that's what the kids want to hear. Right.
But the kids want to hear that because they're not really being given much else to listen to, honestly.
But Jarv just said, I mean, you got Pusha, you got Griselda. I mean, even like Isaiah Rashad or There are plenty of really dope
Spotify,
artists
but
out
like
there.
not on the radio.
But who listens to the radio anymore?
That's a good question.
I mean, I don't. Do you guys listen to the radio?
Somebody's listening to the radio.
Sure.
I would say put it this way. The people who were listening to the radio before, like in our youth, where we would actually put the radio on in the crib, I don't think that happens as much anymore. I think the radio game has been it's a car thing now.
Dog,
people in vehicles are listening to the radio.
When we were
mean?
growing
Commuters.
up, careers were made on the radio.
On the radio,
we would,
right. Started.
Like
the DJs would break records that they thought were
some of the biggest moments in hip hop history, and we're all from New York, happened at Hot 97.
Right.
Like Cam and Jim going at Mace and like
G
Styles
Unit
P
Rock.
on the phone with 50 Cent, Jay and Nas. Like and it's not like today. Like if you weren't like near a radio. What time did Flex come on? At like 8 o'clock or whatever it was? 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
You just missed it. You had to go to school the next day and hear everyone else talk about it.
Right.
Times
Unless
are different now.
somebody taped
Radio doesn't occupy that space anymore.
The internet is the radio. A
That's
lot of
right.
times now, like let's say Lil Lang, you're Lil Lang, right? You're the new tattoo face rapper. you're gonna blow up on the internet first. You're gonna go viral first,
Right.
And then after you go viral, then the radios realize that if we want to pop a number for these young people who might still listen to us, we got to get the interview, we got to get the freestyle, we got to get them on the shows.
Right.
That's how it works. It's internet. Then radio, as opposed to radio and then internet. The game is inverted.
Yeah,
and I think
that's a
part of the reason why records don't move, like albums don't move as much as they used to, is because of the fact that Lil Lang dropped and his single is the album now. You know what I mean? And then they keep you do the radio interviews. When's the album coming? You don't know because you didn't plan on blowing up. You happen to go viral on the internet, and now you're doing these interviews and you're performing 1 or 2 songs on your sets all over the country, and here you are. So the culture in and of itself is almost like, you know, to use the Matrix, it's like by the third Matrix, you had Agent Smith running all over the place. It wasn't what it was supposed to be anymore. Hip hop has kind of lost its way overall as opposed to like what the structure is. And we're trying to find a new structure in 2020.
So much of the changes in the art are directly related to changes in the business model.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
True.
And I mean, if we're going to talk about that, we have to acknowledge that. Is that, I mean, these guys do this for a living. This
Hands
is their
down.
livelihood.
Hands down.
Right.
And they're going to maximize their revenue. They're businessmen.
yeah.
So would you guys...
Business always kills art, though. But I mean,
Indeed.
that's a different.
Indeed. So this is a yes or no question for the panel. Is the business model broken? Dini, yes or no?
Yes.
Lang,
No, I wouldn't say that.
sincere.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think it's like super broken. I don't think it's a compound fracture. Like I think it just needs to be reset a little bit.
It's a complicated question.
Yeah.
It's not a question you can answer yes or no.
You
but
can.
if in that case, I'm leaning no.
But all right, so for the sake of being fair, yes, it's broken, but it's a quick fix. I think.
Okay.
I think we kind of started to see, like we talked about it on the last episode, with rapping mattering again. We're starting to see the system fixing itself a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see what 2020 sounds like, and
Matrix
then
is
we'll
resetting.
make a decision as to where we go. Speaking of 2020 and hip hop fixing itself, we had Eminem drop an album. Was it music to be murdered to?
Music to be murdered by.
Murdered by, jeez. Langston, you're a fair man. What were your takes from that album? Did you get to listen to the album first and foremost? Okay.
I did listen to the album.
All right.
Guys, I thought the album was really good. I thought, okay, so
Oh my God.
So here's the thing. We've talked about Eminem ad nauseum on this podcast.
A lot. I mean, but he released like three albums since we've done this podcast.
The thing about
Let him
Eminem
finish.
that doesn't work recently these last few years is that he's so good at rapping, but he doesn't make sense.
Right.
On this album, he made sense. He's rapping about things. There's an arc to his verses. The other thing about Eminem that doesn't work, really his whole career, or that's difficult for Eminem to make work, is production, because he has such a unique voice. It's hard to find production that matches his cadence and his voice. I thought this album hit both of those things. I thought that he was spitting, and not just spitting haphazardly. I thought that he was making sense and that he was spitting real bars. And I thought the production really worked on this album. I thought I love the guest appearances. I love the song with Young and May. I would have liked to have gotten more of her on that track. Playboy Cardi. Anderson .Paak. I thought it was really good. Now, look, I mean, really good probably because I was expecting another, like, shitty Eminem album.
Right.
So I'll throw that out there to be fair.
Correct.
But this is like a legit hip-hop album that Eminem put out in 2020. It doesn't really sound dated, and it didn't make my ears bleed. I thought it was great, so I give it, like, 3.75 mics, I think.
Yikes. Well, because you said that and you set the tone, it's only right that we go to the Rap Snob for his opinion on this album.
Not dated, bro? It didn't sound dated? Eminem by him, like, just by his sheer existence is gonna sound dated because he's
Wow.
This doesn't even make sense.
Look, listen.
Come on, son.
Here's my
That's a salacious take.
I'll give you this.
man.
The first couple of tracks, right? Maybe two, maybe three tracks in. I'm listening and I'm like, oh, I might have to roll back some of the takes that I've had on the pod. I might have to eat some words that I've said about the man, right? And then as the album goes on, I'm like, oh no, there he is. There it is.
Wait, so at what point did it happen for you?
The 47-year-old white guy that just can't seem to, like, find the pulse of any hip hop scene whatsoever.
When did you get there on the album?
Probably the joint with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. Right there.
I get
Right
why
there.
you don't like that song. I kind of like that song.
But it didn't. It's not like it just stopped there.
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's not like it stopped there.
Okay, all right.
One thing I remember from the album, one quotable, right? If you could call it a quotable. He starts off the song. I think it's a song about a chick. I forgot the name of it. But it's a chick song about him being in the club, and the first thing he says is like something along the lines of, "This takes me back to the D12 days."
What's wrong with
Who
that?
cares about the D12 days?
I like D12.
Fuck are you talking about?
You like D12?
These chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Bro, D12 is one of the stains in the history.
All right, look, D12 isn't great, but let's not get hyperbolic now.
Purple Pills is all right, bro. Come on, don't do that.
I love Purple Pills.
Exactly.
D12 is terrible.
The
Just
fuck are you talking
all
about?
around terrible. Terrible. Right? And but that's my point. Like his frame of reference has stayed stuck in that era, right? And it might have worked then, but it just for me it just doesn't work. The only people it seems to work for, by and large, are white people.
Whoa, buddy.
White men.
It's true.
White men.
Lord Jamar doesn't lie. Okay. So what was your score for that album, son?
I don't know, 2.5.
2.5.
Wow.
See, the album you just described is way worse than 2.5.
You're lying.
You described like a one mic album just now.
No, he did say it started off really strong.
I said it started off strong.
Okay, all
Very
right.
strong.
Yeah. Also, who is Skylar Good? Why is she still being featured on all?
I thought she
all
killed
Eminem
it.
albums.
That's the one that did that Lupe Fiasco song too.
Yeah.
She has a great voice though, bro.
But is she like a legit artist, or does she just do hooks for people?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's
Nate
wrong
Dogg
with
is a
that?
legend off of
Sin?
that. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like Sway Lee? I got more hooks in me than
You're
Sway Lee.
asking this guy if he likes
yeah.
Sway Lee?
Yeah,
I
he
blame
likes
myself.
Sway Lee.
You're
I don't
asking
blame
a
him.
vegan if he wants steak? I don't understand.
Sway Lee
Touche.
got them some joints on.
There was one thing I really, really liked on the album though.
What was that?
The Black Thought feature verse.
Yeah, you didn't care about Eminem.
You didn't
It was
think,
Black Thought.
Black Thought.
Sin, let me ask
Black
you
Thought
this.
killed it.
So, M was on a track with Black Thought
Right.
and Royce da 5'9", Q-Tip, whoever else was
Correct.
on the song.
Royce is so overrated.
There was
The people
somebody
been
else.
gassing Royce for
You
years.
don't think that M held his own on that track?
No.
To be fair, I thought Black Thought had the best verse, but I thought M more than belonged on the song.
Okay.
Look, the last time I was impressed by an Eminem verse at all was 2009. It was over 10 years ago. Wow. And that was it. That was on the BET cypher.
Oh, with Mos Def and Black
With
Thought?
Mos Def and Black Thought.
Yeah, he killed
and
that.
then he killed that. There was something about his cadence and the pocket that he was in. I just can't get with the way that he delivers his rhymes, right? And then like there's just way too many times where it's like, I have to it's like insert punchline here, and he forces himself to insert a punchline that's completely unnecessary and that's really corny, right? Just for the sake of having something to say in that spot. It's just it's aggravating to me. And like half the punchlines that he spit are fucking terrible in 2020, right? Maybe once upon a time, like he would hit the mark, like he would say clever stuff, right? The wordplay would be clever, the pocket that he would hit, or the swing and his cadence would be something outside the box. But now it's just he's just a caricature of himself, who was originally a character to begin with. So I can't.
Imitation of an imitation, like Plato would say.
Put the gun down, sincere. Leave some for me. Damn.
Damn it, man.
I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right.
It is better than like the last couple albums, but that doesn't make it good.
I mean,
Cold-blooded.
listening to this album, I'm with Sin. It started off solid. I was like, okay. He seemed like, like Fat Joe talked about it before, where older rappers have a difficult time finding that pocket. Mm-hmm. He found it early. He was definitely in a certain kind of zone. Like, if I had to speculate, it almost seems like the first, 25 to 30% of the album was new stuff he recorded, and then the rest of it was stuff that he just had in his computer.
Facts.
Because the regression was so swift. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I think I lost it. Like my patience for the album was when the Stepdad record came on.
I love that song.
That's when it was just like
my step.
But then, for the sake of balance, because I do a show called The Gray Area, I gotta be fair, right? I think that's when it hit me. I'm about to call you Lang, sincere. that say now, for instance, Jay-Z comes out and he has a commercial record. Right. That commercial record is still for us, right? But it's not for the hardcore hip hop fan. Right. When M makes a commercial record, he's making a record for Z100. It's not for Hot 97 spins. It's for Z100 KTU spins. So when you get an Ed Sheeran record or a Stepdad or whatever these songs are that sound like rap rock, like some Run DMC shit, you know what I'm saying? It occurred.
Run DMC like that, bro.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't want Rage Against the Machine. Fine. You know what I mean?
Corn.
It hit me that Eminem either caters for the hardcore rap nerd or the white person on KTU. There is no in between. So
there is an in between.
No, it's not.
I'm in between.
No.
But here's the thing.
Maybe you're a rap nerd. Maybe we've established that.
But it's not even.
Maybe you're a full rap nerd. Like, you're not all the way there because you like some gangster shit.
I love the gangster shit.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a little nerd in you that gives Eminem a pass.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You even started doing the Eminem voice as you said that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
I'm gonna do that.
Don't do that, bro.
It's our show. Somebody has to be honest.
Damn it,
you know?
man.
But it hit me that, you know what? He's still overrated in my eyes. He's still graded on
that's fine.
He's still graded on the curve in my eyes. Even more so, what this album, people's reaction to the album and my opinions ended up both being solidified. Because it just tells me even more that if Eminem was black, people would not give a fuck.
Of course.
They would not. Because if that was the case, Cannabis would be the GOAT right now.
Of course.
They are the same. One is white.
Cannabis can't really make a record like that.
Royce been overrated in my eyes for years. I don't know what people see in Royce.
You don't like Royce?
He's all right.
Talented, bro.
He just because, like, put it this way, he has really good words.
Yeah.
But he's missing everything else that makes a rapper in my eyes. The flow is okay. The swag is lacking. I'm sorry.
Not flow.
Just because you make words sound really good.
His flow is unorthodox.
His flow is real though.
So you don't like Royce or M?
You don't like no Detroit rappers.
Well, Big Sean.
I love Big Sean. but
Big
again,
Sean loves Eminem.
But again, I died on that Big Sean hill. I told you guys last episode that I was wrong and you were right. So I'm prepared to take my losses. But you know what? If those people want to call M the GOAT, that's fine. It just tells me that you are not of the culture. You can say what you want to say. Your opinion doesn't qualify. There's a reason why. There's another segment of people who roll their eyes, like Lord Jamar and like myself and like Sincere, when Eminem gets called a GOAT, because we know better. It's no shade. Hip hop has not agreed that Eminem is the GOAT. Pop culture has. Pop culture doesn't count when it comes to hip hop. For me, the album is a 2.25. It's fine.
2.25.
2.25. Dini,
I want to know what Dini has to say.
Dini, the floor is yours.
The hate is strong.
How is it hate?
Young
How is it
Jedi.
hate, bro? That's how I feel.
Both of you just elected.
Maybe y'all graded on curves.
All right, bro.
Probably.
The album as far as start off, it's probably one of the better start offs of an Eminem album I've heard in a long time. I know to y'all I don't mean much.
I won't disagree with that. That's
started off fire. The double entendres were insane. Towards about 4 or 5 tracks in, that's when he started with the just rambling to make the words rhyme.
Exactly.
Murder. I was up at the service, had the service giving me service. He started doing that a lot during a few songs.
Right.
But when he was rapping on the album, he was rapping. You know what I'm saying? The bars were strong. The one thing I give M that I just can't take it anymore is the voice, bro. Like, it's not even just the flow. Because there's certain songs I listen to Eminem and I swear on everything. Just try this one time. Light something if it takes it. Sip something if it takes it. Listen to Eminem. Envision Kendrick's voice.
No, absolutely not.
What?
No.
Do it.
Boo this man.
Do it.
No,
Do
man.
it. Do it.
No,
Do
Yo,
it.
folks, do it.
Yo,
Come back to
and
me.
matter of fact,
Let me know what you think.
I
you know
support
what makes that take
Kendrick
so
don't
terrible?
even rap like
You know
that.
what?
What are you
You know what
talking
makes
about?
that take so terrible?
You know what?
What the fuck are you
It was
talking
it was sound a lot like rigor mortis,
fuck
bro.
are you talking
Think
about?
about it.
But Kendrick himself sometimes will do like the weird voice, the weird cadence, the weird. You know what I mean? He does it himself. So there's times where Kendrick will do a voice that's sort of Eminem-ish in that the tone of it, right? So it's not like we've never heard Kendrick play around with his voice delivery.
Guys,
that's not what I'm talking about.
I agree with Dini. I think that Kendrick Lamar is sort of like Eminem, Andre 3000, and Tupac in one science experiment.
Listen to the songs that you don't
Oh
like.
my God.
And just
What kind of
imagine
bullshit
going
is
on
that? What the
there.
fuck is
That
going
take.
on the
Yo.
other side of this table?
I thought that was a
right
good
now?
take. I thought that was a good take.
Yo,
Yeah, man. Oh my
listen,
God.
bro. Just listen to some of those songs off that Eminem album. And just envision Kendrick's voice on some of them songs. They would not sound the way they sound from Eminem. They would sound a lot better, bro. I'm telling you.
You right.
The voice is Shady. I rock
Listen,
with you, but your
no.
voice is killing
All right,
me.
you
on the album,
lost me
bro.
with the whole Kendrick comparison, but yes, I absolutely agree that a big part of what makes Eminem so grating to me is the voice, the forced voice, because that's not how he talks. He doesn't talk like that.
He doesn't.
So why does he rhyme like that? Because he started rhyming like that like 15 years ago? Like,
Because when he first came out, he wasn't rapping like that.
Maybe
Right,
that's
like
what
you're
his
talking about like
constituency
Infinite or
wants
like
from
Slim
him, bro.
Shady LP when he first came
At
out.
the end of the day, people
Slim
gonna do what they
Shady,
do to
Marshall
serve their
Mathers, and all them shits. He
constituency.
didn't rap like that.
Yeah, he didn't, but he was always a little bit grating though.
If anything, he had a way better pocket when he first came out, bro.
Way better
Hi, my
pocket.
name is with that
I don't know if I
stupid
agree
voice
with
too,
that.
though.
Nah, but he was flowing on that bitch.
He
was,
would
but the
he would
stupid
lose
voice
the
is
I
beat,
can be
though.
fair, people.
Nah, but he
my
would
name
lose
is
the beat occasionally.
My name is when you think of how unorthodox that beat was and how he wrote that, he smoked that.
Right.
He smoked a lot of tracks.
He
bro.
has,
The thing-
but
and
not in the last 10 to 15.
Right. Here's the thing. Somewhere along the way, you
cut it out.
When we talk about pocket, you know what I mean? It's difficult to define in where what a pocket is. It's just like when you hear it, you know somebody is in that, like just smacking that pocket, like. So
That's the first thing that makes a verse fire is how he's on that beat.
Yeah.
Like for instance,
I
like
agree.
Conway. When Conway get inside a beat, good God, it's spiritual.
It's over.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
when you feel it in your soul. But the
That's
thing,
M's employee, by the way.
Here's what I'm saying, like about M.
So?
I'm just saying.
When the album started and he was like addressing and aiming at his critics, right? There was like a fire that was lit inside of him, that had him like delivering those bars, right? Like really just hit, and that you heard the pocket was different, right? And then the rest of the album ended up being, this, like Jarv said, like it sounded like the same stuff that he'd been doing like the last few years. Like he just had those songs just sitting there. Like, all right, so I guess I need new material for this album. Let me just take these songs from like the didn't make the last album or whatever. But then my thing is, if you're gonna be addressing the critics are not saying that you can't rap.
Right.
So stop trying to prove that you can rap. We all know you spit.
Sincere.
The problem is that your music the music you make is not good.
Well, Joe Budden kind of said he doesn't say anything, so.
No, it's not. Okay, fine. Right. But I'll give you that. That is another critique.
So maybe that was a shot specifically at one Joe Budden.
Well, he, as a rapper, a peer, signed to the label, him saying that it cuts deep.
That is a big deal.
What do you think about that? Because I think a lot of times, you hear me mocking him right now. A lot of times he's really saying nothing.
No. I feel you.
Table, fable, stable, Mabel.
Right. But I think the biggest critique, like outside of Joe Budden, I think the biggest critique is that just his music, the production's not good. The topics
You don't think the production wasn't good on this album?
It was hit or miss. So
it wasn't bad.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as terrible as the last few albums.
The production was fine. It was
the thing
good.
that I'm saying. Like I could give it credit for being better than
the fire
what he's
songs
delivered.
Were fire though.
See, but I can't like you. That's what you do. You'll take a project and only look at the good shit and be like, yo,
yes,
but these fire songs were fire though.
You grade on a curve.
You're right.
Well, that's why we form like Voltron. We come from different perspectives.
Like anything in the world, you know what I'm saying? A dude might be great offensively, he might not be good on the defense. We don't rank him as a bad player. We just rank him as a dude who's not good on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Why can't it be the same?
But then he won't be an all around great.
Well, he won't be Kobe.
He won't be Kobe.
Who gonna be Kobe though?
Jay-Z.
Facts.
Who gonna be Jay-Z?
Man.
Pusha T. Chill.
All
right, fine.
Kendrick
Lamar.
Kendrick.
J. Cole, Drake. These are Kobe's.
They're well rounded. They're all around. Even if I'm not a fan of Drake's music, I could say he is a well rounded artist.
Sure.
Right?
And a dope MC.
And he, he fills several lanes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like his rating, like if you have columns of ratings for different categories, he'll be high on a lot of different categories. Eminem's not gonna be high on a lot of categories. He's gonna be high on the rapping category, right? The rapidy rap shit, right? But the production on this album, not good. What he talks about, not great either, right? The actual songs and the song structure, like it's just he's gonna be lacking in a lot of categories. He is.
I don't think Eminem has always tried to fit into like that realm of hip hop though, bro. I think he always considered himself like a kind of like an outcast. You know what I'm saying?
But when you're an elite, you kind of have no choice. That's the rules. If you're considered a GOAT, there's a certain table you're supposed to sit at.
He's a white. We never had. When was the last time we had a white dude consider?
He's the first one.
That's what I'm saying. So the rules ain't really the same.
Rap is rap. If you're a spitter and you're supposedly respected, there's a certain table you're supposed to be at. You're supposed to fit in with that table. That's the rules.
And you're saying Eminem doesn't fit at that table.
What if all the rappers that you respect him though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't that count for something?
And that is a great point by Dini.
Yes, it does.
Other great MCs respect Eminem.
Hold on. So we're not saying that we don't respect him. What we're saying is that the scale that he's getting rated on is a little broken.
No, I agree with that 100%. And when I rate this album, I try to divorce myself of that reality, but we can't escape that.
I'll go back to this to like we talked about Kendrick and Drake last episode. When it comes to the sport of rap, he might be the best as far as making words rhyme at an elite level. Beyond the flow, how your breathing package, how you get inside beats, all those other things. Just the sheer art of making words rhyme, he might be the best. If you told me he's the best, I'd have a hard time arguing against that.
Okay. Right.
But when we talk about the music making, the flow, the voice, how your wordplay, not making words rhyme, but how you could like at some point, like you could break down the flow, how you could have two different rhyme schemes within one verse. We don't really get that from M. But the things that make us fall out of our chair, this nigga's amazing. We don't get that from M. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, let's not everybody picks that up when they listen to music.
But
you know what I'm saying?
elites do.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if a lot of
we
people,
have to grade them on that,
Listen,
no?
right?
Listen,
but what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people look at it from. I don't think Eminem's the GOAT. Nowhere near.
Neither do I.
There we go.
Neither do I.
But I think when you look at people who think he's the GOAT, those are people who just look at it from the scheme of, listen to how he makes words rhyme. That's probably from the way they're looking at it. They're not looking at the cadence, the way he rides the beat. Like, they don't have flows, you know what I'm saying?
Take a player, any sports player that's just that's good in just one category, right?
Like how about Kyle Korver?
He's better than Kyle. Bro.
So again, I'm not a sports guy.
Lou Williams.
My sports comparisons might seem a little bit dated, right? But think of a Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, whoa. Don't disrespect Dominique now.
No. When you think
Actually,
about
that works. Dominique's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer, incredible scorer, highlight reels. You know what I mean? Human highlight film.
Never won a chip.
But what's a chip considered in hip hop?
Didn't play defense for shit. You know what I mean?
Nobody played D in that era.
What's a chip in hip hop?
What are you talking about?
Well, you talking about the 80s, right?
The fuck are you talking about?
Job, come on, help me out here. Who played D in the 80s?
Hold on, you said no
at
chips.
the highest level, they played D, bro. The pace was the pace, but they played D.
What is considered
Michael
a chip
Cooper,
in
bro.
hip hop?
Come on.
What's a good?
elbowing a guy in the throat is one
Don't tell me
thing.
he's got that. He's got that.
A chip is a classic album.
Eminem don't got a classic.
Nah.
Marshall Mathers LP ain't a classic.
I've never
a
bought
classic
into
in terms of like that moment in pop culture history.
Right.
But if we're just going by the music, it's really good.
Really good.
It's like, I think it's borderline. Like, it's a really good rap album.
It's in consideration.
It's
Right.
like DMX's first album.
That's a classic. What
I
are you
think
talking about?
We
DMX first
can
album?
give Eminem credit in the fact that we can have this conversation. We've been talking about Eminem for like 20 minutes now.
That's a big deal in and of itself.
Only a person of a certain ilk gets
That type,
to have this kind of
that type of
polarity.
time.
Yeah, because he's a polarizing person in hip hop right
for
now.
sure.
You know what I mean? But with all that said, Dini, you never gave us a grade for the album.
I would give it a 3.2.
All right, because if you would have said anything above 3.5,
No.
I'd have just
I like
I'd have been
I'm
like,
highest on this
There's
album.
certain parts of the album
I
that
want
just,
you as a college
lose
professor.
me.
One more thing. Can I defer to the West Indian contingent in this roundtable?
What's up?
Do you guys like the Sarani sample?
Yeah.
I kind of, the song was okay, but I was like, dude, you should not
Leave
be
that
doing
to
this.
Drake.
Yeah, leave it
let
to
Aubrey do
Drake.
that,
That's
okay?
what I thought too.
All
yeah.
right.
Yo, at this
Let
point,
Mad
do
Lion
what you can.
dust off
Try
Mad
it out.
Lion
I
and let
don't
him
know.
do that. You know what I'm saying?
Throw what you got out into the atmosphere. And if the people like it, people like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you're so fucking nice. You know you thought it was bullshit when you heard it. Just say it.
No. Cause
You vibed out to it. You bun one to it. That's what you did.
Vagabond spliff. But nah, the like I said, the parts I liked, I really, really liked. I did.
Bro.
It had some moments.
That's fine. I mean, again, that's fine. Some moments is cool, but
Yeah.
like, don't.
I liked it more than I didn't like it. Put it that way.
As Dini would say, damn it, man.
Damn it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. All right, so now we made Sin happy. We talked about
Yes.
him. We got our feelings
Why
off.
is
He
that making
roasted
me
shit.
happy?
You love it. You love it.
Just like a shit on him?
Yep.
We have to make you happy because we're gonna upset you now. That's balance, you see.
That's right.
On
I
the
know
other
it's coming up
side
next.
of the rap snob spectrum, we have Drake and Future making a motherfucking banger to start 2020. Life is good.
Beautiful.
Got me singing Drake lyrics. You know,
But you know what's crazy though?
that song is fire.
No offense to Drake. I often find
Caught me
myself
slipping.
fast
So
forwarding.
what?
I go right to the 142nd, bro. I'm sorry.
You passed the Drake verse?
No offense to Drake, but that
Wait,
future
really?
shit just be future shit hitting to me, bro.
Come on, son.
Drake smoked that
He
though.
did. Sometimes I go to 128 seconds so I get that hooking, but the way Future just cooked that, bro.
Nah, but I'm telling you, when Future
it's a different song, literally and figuratively when that shit cuts on, bro.
when Future's not on his lover man shit, and
What?
Bison. When Future is talking his shit, oh, he's super trapper Future, that shit is glorious. It's like 04 Killer Cam for me. Like, you just doing everything I need in this particular moment, bro.
It was official.
And he even, like, I felt like Drake raised his game. Although Feature Drake is a very, we gotta start talking about Feature Drake. He doesn't get enough, like, when you think about the dudes who do features in hip-hop history, Feature Drake is up there.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Really good
shout
point.
out to Pusha T for
It's a
getting
really
nice
good
little,
point.
And that's for the people who say that I'm a Drake hater.
Hold on.
Balance.
Hold on.
Oh, here this guy go.
Nah, I can't argue with that.
Okay.
He be cooking features. That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
He could comment on a feature. So
He cooked Common, period.
Yeah.
Stay scheming.
That was over a
Shout
woman.
out to Kobe.
You know what I mean? But what like, man, like, the thing is the beat switches in the middle of the record. Like, everyone that's the first time I heard a hip hop record where he was like, you know what? You gonna do what you do best, and I'm gonna do what I do best, and we're not gonna use the same beat. We're gonna just give you two different songs and call it the same shit. And I was very happy. I play that song about 5 times a day.
It's a whole vibe.
I wanted that song to piss off Sincere for the whole 2020.
On the weekend.
Listen, man, yo, I heard the track, and first of all, I was enthralled just at, like, two guys who were really good at doing this.
Yes.
It's like, wow, they're both, and they work off of each other really well. And then I thought about how much fucking money I'm gonna blow at the strip club this summer.
Man.
Oh, man. Yo, Dreezy and Future, man, like, we could talk ad nauseum about the business model and the state of hip hop and blah, blah. Listen, these dudes, what they do is, for a living, they make bangers. And when they're together, it's so easy. Yo, this summer's gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up with Drizzy and Drake.
When it's good,
I mean, Drizzy and Future.
It's so good, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Boy's up to something, man.
The video, they dusted off Little X, whatever he's calling himself now. Shout out to my brethren Lion who used to work under Little X. That was an understudy line. I see you, bro. Just everything about the record, the visual, the beat, the swag, the drip. You know, like, going back to what we talked about, when Drake is talking his shit and he's not loving, man, Drake being a dweeb, it's like, yes.
Yeah.
More of this, please. You know what I mean? Sincere, what you got to say about the record, bro? I see you over there. I just see you over there,
You don't
man.
look happy.
Go ahead, Sin. Go ahead.
I don't hate it.
Oh.
That's a
That's a
compliment.
win. We're gonna leave it at that. I don't hate it. I do, but the thing that you were saying about how it's 2 songs in one, I have some feelings about that.
Go ahead.
Like, cause I don't know. I just feel like that. Like, we're gonna, if we're not already seeing that trend, we're gonna start seeing this trend where, like, 2 artists are gonna say, "Yo, let's collaborate," but not really collaborate. It's gonna be like 2 songs. Like, you got this song, I got this song. Let's just mash them together and put them out as one song, and both shine off of it.
If they fire,
it's a good strategy.
But it was produced by the same person. To be fair, and the drums,
was it?
Okay, and
all
the
right.
drums, it was the same. It was the same 808 pattern throughout the whole beat. So there was some continuity there. I know.
It's the same 808s of every song that's on
No,
the
it's
radio.
not.
So.
There's variants in the 808s. Stop it. Stop, bro.
Wait, both parts of the song use 808s?
Yes.
What?
But there's levels to 808s. You know that. You're a producer, damn it. What about you, Deanie? Like beyond his fight, do you think that this record has legs? Do you think this is a record that's gonna sit, or is gonna be gone in a couple of months?
I listen to it every day.
Oh, okay. Me too. I'm telling you, anytime Drake does something good and I'm rocking with it and I'm not rolling my eyes, I know it's really good.
It's like when Drake's really good songs are, like, really fucking good, aren't they?
All right.
You gotta give credit where it's due.
Absolutely.
You got to. Yo, Drake is nice, man.
Nah, that song is gonna ring.
You gonna see Sin doing this little shit. When we out, we gonna be somewhere this summer.
We go to Duce Palooza this year.
We hit Duce
Get ready for a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Start doing this little head nod. Oh, this is fire. Oh shit. You know, I want it to be like a Curb episode. Like, I just bump into Sin one day and his headphone falls out and it happens to be Life is Good playing. And then I just look up at him like, what the fuck is this?
Seinfeld moment.
Pretty good.
That's
Pretty
a shame.
good.
You know what I mean? I'm glad. You know what it is too, because it's not, as long as it's not one of these little fuck niggas making music that's ringing off, I'm happy. Y'all could call me a hater, that's fine. But again, as we constantly talk about here, it's time for some filtration of hip hop. And if it's elites making elite records, whether you like it or not, Sincere, I'm okay with it. I'm 100% okay with it. Another thing that made some news in the recent weeks was the Neptunes and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
We already know, hey girl, we already know that the situation.
Yo, you better watch it, Joe.
Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? We already know that Megan had a hell of a 2019, right?
For sure.
And she's figured out. You know what this is like? You know when sentient beings become self-aware? It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because when she first came out, she had all mad clothes, right?
Yeah.
Then at some point she realized niggas love these ass and tits videos. So I'm gonna twerk for no ass reason any chance I get. Yeah. We see you, Megan. We know what you're doing. It's marketing. We know. You're not a slut. Don't let Ambrose gas you.
Hashtag marketing.
Exactly. Hashtag marketing.
Job like, let me be your manager.
No. Absolutely not. That's what we're not gonna do.
Don't put him in that situation.
Anyway, stay on course.
Be on balance.
Stay on course.
Right now is about the time where we go off.
Let's get back to it.
We go off the rails a little bit.
Mamba mentality, 81, 62 and 3/4, all of that. Anyway. Now she's focusing on the craft, and she's dusting off a legend, Pharrell Williams.
2 legends.
Well, the Neptunes.
Shout to
To
Chad.
be fair,
Chad.
shout out to
Yes.
Sim for the correction. I guess I'll simplify this question. Are we here for the Neptunes in 2020 alongside Megan Thee Stallion, Deanie?
I'm definitely here for the Neptunes. And if they do something right with Megan, I'm here for it if it's right. You know what I'm saying?
I dig it.
Yeah.
What about you, Sim?
I am 100% here for the Neptunes, right? And I like no disrespect to Megan Thee Stallion. Again, now here's the thing: the Neptunes have made stars of people.
That's a fact. Yes.
You know what I mean? And so like their production, their sound was so prevalent and so just like
iconic, man.
Like upper tier echelon of the 2000s. And so like anybody that touched a Neptunes track was bound to blow up, right? So I feel Megan's move here because they're a well-respected duo. They're a classic high echelon production team, and their sound is missed, at least by me, right?
Definitely.
Me too.
But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I am more here for the Neptunes being back together, and that's why I made that correction, because Pharrell's been in the limelight, this whole time. I don't know what happened between him and Chad Hugo, right? The other half of the Neptunes. But I feel like the best work came out of that duo.
OG
Right.
Neptunes.
Exactly, right? No disrespect to Pharrell. Pharrell's definitely done his thing to the highest. But that Neptune sound, there was an element that Chad Hugo added to that sound.
Can I throw you a grenade?
Go.
Would you say that how you feel about Chad and the Neptunes is how I feel about Dame and Hove? I feel like
that's a good comparison.
I feel like Hove was better when Dame was in the room. I stand by that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was the ideas that they were bouncing off each other, or like
I think that quality control, bro.
Right, and or something that Chad was doing that Pharrell wasn't doing, maybe on the keys or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, or like Pharrell will cook something up, Chad be like, "Yo, let me sprinkle some of this in there." You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the next thing you know, you get a goddamn.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
I always felt like he was low key.
I heard that song somewhere. Where did I hear that song? It was like on a commercial or something.
Recently?
Those horns on that bitch, bro.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I heard that song in a mainstream thing. I forget.
But think about the fact that grinding, one of the most simplistic beats ever, still gets spun to this day. You watch an NBA game, you'll randomly hear that beat just playing. Think about what Nori became in '98 because of that Neptune sound. Oh my! Super Thug is one of the most ridiculous beats of all time, son.
100%.
And
100%.
honestly, no disrespect to Nori. Nori was not supposed to be a star. Bro.
No,
he wasn't supposed to be a star.
I disagree with that.
No. He was supposed to be the,
stop it, bro. Capone and Noriega was good for the culture, but
culture,
he crossed over.
He
with
definitely
the Neptunes.
crossed over. That was the Neptunes.
I think he had something to do with that also, is all I'm saying.
He did. He said a lot of nothing.
He had a lot of charisma.
Think about what they
He
did
does
with
have,
that.
yes.
Like a beat like Ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Not ugly, nothing. I'm sorry.
Nothing.
What you trying to do?
Nothing.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Trying
And
to
there was
do,
another one after
nigga?
that. I hit you when you drop. I hit you when you shake. You remember that?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the
Me
record.
either.
It was that, and it was. We gonna talk about that off the air. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
Listen.
When Nori just made a rando comeback in like 03 or some shit, and that Neptunes was just smoking him with these fire beats.
Oh, he was on that reggaeton shit by that time.
Nah, this is a little before that.
No, was it 01?
I think it was a little before. I hit you when you drop. Oh, I hit you when you shake.
Yes.
I don't remember that one. I love Noriega.
It was nothing, and it was another record that I can't remember right now, but it was like two of the stupidest Neptunes beats of all time, and it was like they just gave him to Nori, like, what are you doing? But then when Nori got on it, it was like, oh.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Nori is the nicest whack rapper of all time.
Nothing was really stupid though.
That might
And
be
then that
a,
Pharrell hook.
That might be a
Whoop.
fact.
Hey.
What?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
what you
Grimy.
Yeah.
That was on. So Grimy was on the Violator album.
Yes.
I hope our mics are still because we just like had a moment where we dapped up.
We just blew eardrums right there.
But
Grimy was so
Grimy was so
But that was
fire,
on the
bro.
Violator. That was Chris
Yeah.
Lighty. Rest in
Yeah.
peace. God bless the dead. Chris Lighty set that
A lot
up.
of good records on that joint too.
All right, so Lang, as we're here, because I didn't ask
Yeah.
you the question. Are you here for the Neptunes and
Oh
Megan?
hell yeah! Like listen,
Not because you think Megan is gorgeous and curvy, but
Well, look.
musically.
yes. So
Okay.
Megan, and look, musically, I'm not the biggest Megan fan. I respect her place in the culture, but I'm here for legendary producers working with younger artists.
Facts.
And I think of some of like I one of my favorite MCs of all time is Common, right?
Right.
And Common's first album, if you listen to it, it's not that good. And he
you
went.
don't say.
He
Sorry,
went,
Sin.
He went ahead
Wow.
and had a really good career.
Wait.
Applaud you.
Wait.
Can I borrow $1?
Oh, okay. I just wanted to clear that up because
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
his
people
first
will
album.
say Resurrection is his first. A lot of people will think that, so I was just
That's his first good album.
right. Okay, all right.
And the point that I'm making is that at times an artist will pop up and make a mark. And for me, again, all respect due to Megan, I think that she's talented as an MC and she's great at commanding attention.
Right.
And I respect her.
Deanie.
The music.
Deanie. Come on.
Come on, Deanie.
My fault.
But all I'm saying is that the
seen
music didn't quite hit for me personally. And now she's hooking up with the Neptunes.
There go to Snob. He's here, guys.
And I really would, because she's obviously talented. I want to see what she does with this new kind of vibe that they work with together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm here for it, man. Let's see what they do.
I guess when it comes to the Neptunes, I'm not gonna say I'm not. No, matter of fact, I'm not here for it.
What?
Yeah. I'm not here for it.
Yo, are you trolling right now? Are you just
Why
trolling
would you
just
not
to
be here for
go
this?
against the grain of the table?
No. My concern is as much like any old person in hip hop, right? Are you gonna sound out of place in 2020? That's because the thing is when you sort of
Depends on the
Sin, relax, fuck nigga. when you seen the clips on Instagram with her and Pharrell in the studio, the beats that was playing in the background didn't sound like no fire to me. It didn't move me. It was a cool visual. The nigga was trying not to look at Megan's ass, but the beats I was hearing in the background, them shits was not hitting, bro.
No, one of the sounded bouncy to me.
I'm
and that's what Megan needs. You know, some bounce will be. good
I'm
for
always
Megan.
gonna be here for the
wouldn't be surprised if it's not
Neptunes,
finished.
the Neptunes production, but I'm just afraid that if the shit don't hit, they get looked at as has-beens. I'd kind of rather them just disappear and just be what we remember them as opposed to let's say that a record don't hit.
You gotta exercise your greatness, bro.
Exactly.
It don't always go like that, bro. 444 happened, my nigga.
You gotta
I like that album,
and
by
that,
the way.
and that
Shit
would
is
not
trash.
stop you from getting a new Hove album, would it?
You right.
All right
I'm still
then.
gonna cop.
All right then. So what we talking about?
It's like MJ
You
on the
still
Wizards.
gonna put the money in his pocket? You still gonna listen to the?
But we
product?
don't want MJ on the Wizards. We
I'm
want,
saying,
we
but it
want
happened.
We
We
want
don't
to follow through
acknowledge
in
it.
Utah, don't we?
I wanted.
Yeah, but we don't acknowledge MJ on the Wizards.
But listen, for again, Pharrell's been doing this thing.
Right.
I am very interested to see what happens if he teams up with Chad again, for better or worse. If
Right.
it doesn't come out great, then it doesn't come out great. But at least we know that they gave it the old college try. They gave it a shot, right? I think that's I think that's valid.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in the episode, we have a guest pulling up to the Rap Roundtable. Our first artist actually at the Rap Roundtable. The homeboy Thrillz is in the building. We're gonna have him relocate so we could get him on the camera here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome to the Lions Den, fam.
Welcome to the Lions. I like that.
Pardon,
my brother, you appreciate
you. Thank you.
What's up, man? Thanks for coming.
First and foremost, I apologize for being late. There was a lot of things going on. I was caught up the last 2 days pressing on my own merch, so.
Feel you.
I've been everywhere today, so
yeah. The grind don't stop, bro.
I mean, the fact you made it though, you know what I mean?
Thanks for coming, man. It's good to see you.
I got merch for you guys. Well, it's not here, obviously, but I'm gonna come back and bless y'all with some merch.
Appreciate that.
I love free shit.
You know, absolutely.
Love free shit.
You gotta be the degenerate at the table, man.
Hey, I believe in a free world. But at this point in the episode, you know, let's get to know Thrillz real quick. So my brother, you know, where you from? Where you represent, man?
Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Yes. Real quick, I met Thrillz years ago. One time, we went to a show. I don't know if you remember. It was what was his name again? Psycho put the show together. I think it was somewhere in Bed-Stuy. Chills was performing there. I think y'all linked. I don't know if y'all ever did a record together. Y'all was supposed to do a joint together.
Chills,
yeah.
Man. Bless his soul, man.
You know what I mean?
Bless his soul.
But yeah, man, what's going on with you right now? What we got moving?
Well, right now, I actually have a project dropping Valentine's Day. It's called Fuck Love.
Oh
shit. I fucks with it already.
Okay.
F.U.C.K. Love. You feel me? Feeling underappreciated can kill love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, it's inspired by situations that I've been through, of course. I mean, we all been through that little, you know, fuck her, this, that, and the third.
Hands down.
Kind of vibe. Plus, I even got more stuff on the way, like more of the, I guess you could say the rappy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dropping after that, after we get this lovey-dovey shit out the way.
Heard. So, would you say that this record is geared specifically for the ladies, or can the dudes get with that?
You mean the project?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes. I feel like it's real well rounded. I notice when a lot of artists talk about love, they always have this like fairy tale fantasy version of it. They don't talk about the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's always the good. So this is really so for like my good, like I mean my bad experiences with it. A little bit of good too, but you know what I'm saying? Be magnifying the bad in this situation.
I'm not mad at that because you're absolutely right. We need more grounded perspectives of love.
That's a
you
fact.
know, and what better way than hip hop to divulge that? Because you ain't no R&B singer. You gonna talk that real shit?
I mean, for the most part though, I can sing though. That's a fact.
Okay. Talk about it.
But I ain't a singer though. But yeah, I mean, I just get tired of that fantasy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it shit is it gets crazy sometimes, and I feel like, you know what I mean, what better way to put someone in a position to be prepared for that than to show them the truth.
True indeed. So would this be would you say it's like a album that's more of a what is the word they call it? A concept album? Is it a concept project or is it a little bit of everything?
Is there like an arc to it?
I'm not gonna say it's like a specific like straightforward like category. It's really just because it's my perception of it, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like a base lead story off of it, but because I mean it has three different parts. It's the good, the bad, the ugly, but it really shows the ugly and the bad truth. It doesn't mask it up at all.
All right, so is it a happy ending at least? Because you know sometimes it get too real and then we leave the movie theater like shit. Yeah,
I mean I'm here to tell y'all. So you know what I'm saying?
I respect that though. I think a lot of times like people feel too much pressure to like tie everything up in a nice little bow to make it pretty, to make it palatable to the audiences, and sometimes we gotta show the ugly side of things. You know what I mean? And sometimes things is just ugly, and it's just ugly, and you gotta look at it.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
that's a fact. I want to look the ugly in the eye.
Right.
And I'm excited for the project because I feel like, we talked about it earlier, and I'll throw the question to you in a second. I just feel like a lot of times, a lot of rappers right now, they all talking about the same thing. They all in the same lane. They all just trying to hop on that wave and just, blow up off of that or have a record that hits off of that. So it's almost like you zagging while everyone else is zigging.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So where the state of rap is right now, you rhyme. You love the sport. This is what you do. Like, where do you see the culture at right now?
Well, I feel like right now, as a person with an open mind towards it, I'm not a fan of everything.
Okay.
But I do have enough of an open mind to understand that times does change. Everything does evolve. The millennials now are in this space where they're just creating. And if we want to be technical, rap is art. Art has no rules. It has no guidelines.
That's true.
Color outside the lines. And to be honest, new sounds came from these kind of places.
Okay.
Like when Kanye dropped, the old Kanye.
Yes, true.
Kanye, he was doing things with beats that was just, it was unheard of. Like,
right.
Never, and it was in a new space. It was more open, I guess, because maybe it was a sound that we could relate to more. But this is how new things happen. You got to experiment.
I'm glad you said that. If I could step in for a second, because a lot of what's being said about the young dudes nowadays is the same shit they were saying about the young dudes.
Why are you looking at me?
1978.
I'm looking at you too, motherfucker.
Everybody looking at me. Come on, Dini.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So it's like every time you try something different, like motherfuckers want to come at you. Oh, it's repetitive. It's this. It's that. Well, no, it just doesn't resonate with you because you old, motherfucker.
Applaud this man.
That's the truth. God damn it. Right there.
They could both be true.
So do you feel any pressure to uphold a standard being a New York rapper, or you just try to like push the envelope wherever the sound goes, it goes?
No, I mean, not at all. I mean, I don't bust under pressure. You feel me? But it's like I like it because I feel like in a sense of a person being in a situation where he has to evolve, like you should be prepared for anything. So if you're withstanding the test of time, I guess that would be the proper terminology to say.
True, indeed.
If I'm still here today, I'm still doing what I love. Like I still have people listening to me, still have people supporting me. So I'm doing something good. So I'm lasting with the youngins.
So the objective is to just resonate with whoever wants to fuck with the music.
That's a fact. I got smoke for all of them.
As you should.
Even though I ain't old though, you feel me? Like I'm a fair age. You know what I mean?
But Dini, what you got for the homie Thrillz, bro? Like you're a person who's a connoisseur, bro. You listen to everything. If this, like, what are you looking for from this project?
I'm the thing that hit me the most that he said is that and I was talking about it earlier, is when he said we got the Fuck Love project coming out for the ladies,
right?
And then we got the rap bars coming out. That's pretty much what I was talking about. There's nothing wrong with being able to do both, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I could take some 808s, but maybe some of these 808s dudes should take their chance at trying to like rap a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle some bars in there. Like I just feel like the whole thing is just to give you just pour up lean bars, and I'm Adderall, I'm Percocet high bars. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's not cool, but it's cool. But there's no real, like, it don't even feel like people just get in the booth and try anymore. Like,
word up,
I'm gonna go in there and smoke this. Like, I feel like who does that anymore? Like, what's smoking this? What does that mean nowadays? I'm gonna make the people just bop that's smoking it?
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Do you think that there's a room for lyricism to make people bop, or is it just a niche thing now?
There's always a room for that. I feel like you got artists like J. Cole,
right?
Like they're still keeping his sanity and his integrity facts without selling out. I guess have it, but you know what I'm saying. And he's still gathering your attention. I feel like a lot of things that a lot of these rappers don't understand is now it's more than the lyrics. It's visuals.
Right.
I want to see what you're talking about. Like, make sure you got a dope ass video to go with them dope ass bars.
Hands down.
It's, you know what I mean? It's a full package era, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's very true.
So early in the episode, we talked about like the overall state of rap. Tory Lanez had discussed that he feels like it's too monotonous. I won't ask you because you kind of been in that pocket already with what you're talking about. But how do you feel about a person who's not a rapper discussing that the rap is monotonous? Do you feel as though like it should come from someone within that game to discuss what's monotonous and what's not monotonous, or you feel where he's coming from?
I feel like anyone can have an opinion on anything.
Okay,
like you don't necessarily you don't have to necessarily be in the sport to have an opinion from the outside looking in. It's always good, you know what I'm saying, to get that outside opinion.
Right.
I definitely agree with that. But I mean, low key, Tory just don't want nobody else in his lane. Like
that's what it feels like. All right.
Well then,
I understand.
Tory Lanez wants his own lane.
But he in Drake's lanes. To the outsider's opinion, he's doing the same thing Drake is doing. So
I said Toronto shit.
Must be. You know what I mean?
Six.
I guess selfishly, I just look at like we said earlier in the episode that I want the people who are doing it to say that. Like I said, if Drake or Kendrick or one of the elites say it, then I think it hits a little more than a dude who's eating off of like R&B music or like that R&B hip hop fusion, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I just think as though like you can't, like we not coming in and saying Trey Songz ain't shit or whoever, Chris Brown ain't shit. So let the rappers. If it happens to be monotonous, so what?
But I feel like he feel obligated because he wears both hats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's a well-rounded artist, so I mean he kind of, I could see where he's coming from. Like, from wearing both hats from his perspective. So
like when you make your music, like what, like is there anything that inspires you, or you just wherever it goes, it goes? Or do you have a certain area that you're trying to like reside in?
I'm not gonna hold you. Everything inspires me.
Dig it.
Everything. Like even
That's a shit.
I'm gonna give you an example. Like I like freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
That's my niche. I love it. That's
Got
what
it.
got me. I was freestyling before I could write whole songs.
Copy.
So like I would be in the crib taking objects just with my homies, like ciphers, just rapping. Pick up this, yo, rap about this. So that's me. I just love it.
I dig it. Nah, I get that. So like Thrillz, when you pulled up, you willing to finish this episode with us because we got some topics we want to hit on. I don't know.
Of course, I'm here.
All right, let's get it. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is Thrillz. We gonna have some bars at the end of the episode for you. You know, this man rhymes. He's really fucking nice. You know, you can't be whack and come to the rap Roundtable because we gonna laugh at you.
That's rule number one.
Emphasis on the really fucking nice.
Absolutely. So we saw a post on, I think it was Instagram or Facebook, where it said that it was Facebook that the game became iconic when he dropped the documentary. Personally, I don't find the game iconic. I'll get my opinion out the way. I think I've always looked at the game as a dude who's been overrated his entire career. Y'all could disagree. It's fine. I see Lang, you making a face. What's good? How you feel about it?
I'm making a face at the fact that we're even discussing this.
We have to.
I mean, like, I and you know, on a serious note, like at the top of the show, I talked about Kobe.
Right.
And one of the things I said was that one of the words that we throw around too often is the word icon.
Right.
Now, Game, look, I like Game. I don't love him. Some of his songs are really good. He's hit or miss for me. He's had a really good career. He's put out a few hits. He's made a lot of money. God bless him. To call him an icon? Like, what are we talking about here?
He got some classic albums.
No, he
does?
don't. No, he don't. Sin is trying to get a rise out of me right now. That's what he's doing. He's like, I'm gonna get this
Game got
motherfucker.
classics.
What classic albums Game got?
Documentary.
Back to back, documentary and Doctor's Advocate.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've never
They're
heard you
both.
say that before. This is like
I said that.
groundbreaking to me, not to me, nigga.
We've had this argument about Game before. We've had this discussion.
I guess when we're not arguing about Jay-Z and Nas, I'm not listening. I don't know, but
I can't believe you just said that. Explain yourself.
yeah, we here.
They're amazing albums. Front to back,
they're
there's no
not-
skips.
no, they're
there's no
not-
skips on those two albums.
There-
No skips.
there are skips on both of those
two
albums.
classics about rap standards is Hall of Fame.
he's an icon.
They're good albums, both of them. They're really good. They're not classics.
I feel like we have to break down what do we think an icon is. Like what considers an artist to be an icon to y'all? Just to get the
having full classic bodies of work is definitely a big part of it.
Well,
You gotta have like not Nas, Hove, Wu-Tang as a whole, or certain members of the Wu-Tang, newer artists, Kendrick, Kanye. Those are all icons, right? The thing, I'll pull back a little bit. The thing that might stop me from calling the game an icon is just, you know what I mean, like.
Antics.
Yeah, like he's the fuck shit. You know what I mean? He's kind of a.
I mean, do you consider 50 an icon?
Yeah, 50's definitely an icon.
I don't.
You don't think he does antics?
50's an icon, bro.
50's most definitely an icon.
What are you saying?
Again,
man?
he's had a really good career.
Really
I
good?
really
What-
like
what
50
the
Cent. He's
fuck
one
are
of
you
my
talking
favorite
about?
rappers.
Come
Is he
on,
an
son.
icon?
How would he not be an icon?
How
Just
would
saying.
he? I mean, he's put out one really good album.
50 transcends hip hop, bro. He's bigger.
Oh
than,
yeah, sure. If,
So
if
he's an
we're talking
icon.
about pop culture, then sure.
That's what
That's
makes
an
you
icon,
iconic,
bro.
nigga.
All right. I'm talking about
So we
something
talk-
different. I'm
we
talking about the
talking in the
music.
In the rap game, 50 Cent is iconic.
We
Yes.
talk. All right.
Yes.
We talking pop culture icon, or
overall
in the hip hop game icon?
Too many, you know what?
Hip hop icon.
Yeah, because anytime you talk about 50, like as much as you want to say those 2 albums by Game are classics, maybe it's arguable. Right. Anytime Get Rich or Die Trying gets discussed, it's become right.
Yeah, it's just a given.
The Massacre, as years has gone by, has
it's okay. It's fine.
But people really fuck with the Massacre, low key.
Yeah, there's some really good songs on it.
So
that.
And we have an artist here who feels
you like
like
the Massacre Thrillz?
I do.
That's your shit?
I do.
It's a good album.
This nigga said that's your shit. You trolling, nigga.
Nah.
I'm not. No lie. It feels like a little bit of revisionist history to me to go back and be like, oh, okay, now we like the Massacre now. Like, no, it was okay.
Joints.
I mean,
Ski Mask Way is my shit.
Bro, if you out here calling Game albums classics, bro, 50's an icon. That's it.
Well, yeah.
That's it. But Deanie, what up, bro? Iconic?
50?
No,
the game, bro.
It just feels so weird. You don't feel weird calling the icon an icon, bro. It just feels
That's
weird.
true.
So then the answer's no.
Yeah,
he's not an icon.
I just feel weird.
Yeah.
I can't do it,
Game was iconic. I don't.
Yeah.
What is he transcended?
I'm not even sure if he's a legend, bro. No funny shit. Is he a legend?
Consistency has a key part in
You gotta
that.
respect the consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, Game is like the Derek Jeter of hip hop.
No, he's not, bro. Jeter got 5 rings, nigga. Whoa.
Because I was gonna say, I was gonna say, like, Derek Jeter's overrated just because he was like really consistent, but he was never like the best player in the game. You know what I'm saying?
He's more like the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah,
or the 04 Pistons.
No, like the 80s Pistons. Niggas be really
they won 2 chips.
They be forgetting about them. They talk about Showtime. They talk about the Celtics. They don't really talk about the Pistons, bro.
That's true. That's true.
Like, niggas talk about the 04 chip more than them 88 and 89 chips.
Well, they go straight from like Magic and Bird to the Bulls.
And it's who they beat.
They beat a hurt Lakers team in Portland.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Portland, had
that's still Shaq Kobe, though.
Nah, because Game be the type of nigga that drop a diss record and before you can respond, he'll say he won. You know what I mean? I cooked you.
Or he'll apologize and be like, nah, that was my bad. I shouldn't have done
weird
that.
shit.
Nah, the
he
weird...
He can rap.
Definitely can rap.
The weird shit outside of the booth is what will hold me back from calling him.
I don't know if he's an icon.
But see, then you can't say 50 is because 50's the king of antics.
Like, neither of them are icons.
It's different though. It's different though. Like I could like
records, though.
I don't like. Look,
50 went diamond, my nigga.
Here's my thing. I don't respect
on one album.
I don't respect somebody.
You don't gotta drop another album if you go diamond, bro.
That's true.
Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I remember being in high school and that G Unit mixtape dropped. It's like the whirlpool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we talking like early 50. Because I remember the first 2 that dropped was 50 Cent is the Future. That was the first one.
Right.
And then No Mercy, No Fear. Yo, my nigga, that shit, they was on another level.
If you think about it, the only other dude who had more momentum than 50 at a certain point was X. And you could probably argue that 50 had more momentum than X.
Way more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when 50 dropped.
50 had more momentum than DMX?
No.
I'm saying that's the only 2 in that realm.
Momentum.
I'm not gonna hold you.
X 98 was a different kind of thing.
With that completely.
That's why you at the round table.
That's a fact.
Now, fuck respectfully, yo, come for these niggas, man.
11 million records ain't momentum?
I mean, nah, but compared to X, though.
Nah, X was hitting different.
He was. That
X
Woodstock
dropped 2 albums
in like
in
8
1
months.
year.
Yeah.
2 number 1 albums.
What did those albums
That's
do?
a fact.
2 fire number 1 albums in 1 year.
I'm not gonna hold you. People love the
DMX is an icon.
Well, okay, let me ask y'all a question. Ja Rule.
I like Ja Rule. Is he an icon? No.
Nah, not an icon.
He had a really good career.
When he was rapping, he was doing his
Would
thing.
y'all say he's a legend?
Yeah.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
What? Ja Rule's a legend? What the fuck?
Even if
No, I'm asking. I'm not saying.
I'm talking to Joe right now. I'm talking to
Hold
Joe.
up. Personal feelings aside.
You gotta give it to him,
Ja
bro.
Rule is a legend.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna hold you. He has platinum albums way before this streaming shit.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Club records.
When you put it this way, I remember being like maybe 19, 20 when that my baby. Any party,
I love that song.
bro. Any party you go to, bro, you had every chick in the party singing that record.
You couldn't escape it.
He honestly, before 50 came and moved him out the way, if you wanted to be like a person who touched the hip hop audience and you was coming from the outside, Ja was your go-to, bro. Ja, as much as we as hip hop, we wasn't feeling it because he was singing too much. Ja had a run.
I was feeling it. I like
Ja was low key moving Hove units, bro.
He was the
Oh
raspy.
no, yeah, he was. That does not an icon make.
Nigga, Hove units and Hove prime, nigga. That's legendary.
But
Yeah,
here's
but
the thing,
with
though.
Hove,
Here's the
he's
thing.
not Hove. Are we comparing Ja Rule to Hove?
Here's the
Come
thing,
on.
though. Do we go back to his records? Do we throw
We
them
don't, but
on now?
The women do.
I still listen to Veni Vidi Vici.
Yeah, that album
Vanny
was crazy.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
applaud this man.
That album was crazy.
Yeah, the rap album before he was
I'll give
an
you that.
R&B singer.
I'll give you that. But it's different when when you talk about a 50 or a Hove
Right.
or like I feel like rap fan, hip hop fans, people in the culture, like they'll go back to those records from those artists, and then if a Ja Rule record, if they see a Ja Rule record in front of them, they'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna play that shit.
But I feel like that comes with the Ja Rule history. You feel
Right,
me?
right.
And that
The massive L that he took, the massacre. That was the massacre. That was the real massacre.
But
didn't
part of
feel that
that
way
was
when he was
because
doing
Ja was winning so much that they kind of cheered 50 getting him out of there, bro. Be honest.
He was cooking
Lamar Jackson.
on everything.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Ja kind of did it to himself with the direction that he took. He just left himself open to somebody.
You know
like
what
50
Ja's
coming
issue
in.
was? Ja found a formula, and although he was a talented guy with a lot of skills, he stuck to that formula so much that when a rival popped up, all he had to
didn't
do was
know how
like
to do
flick
it.
him off the cliff because it was like,
Right.
dude, this formula is bullshit.
Right.
And he didn't. He had less faith in his own talent than he did with the formula that he found.
And then came
and that was
and
ultimately
took
50's
his formula.
demise also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he had
that's
the
a
same
fact.
formula. He just took over
Now,
what he was doing.
Here's a question: who's gonna take Drake out? Because he's had the same
Kendrick
formula.
Lamar. When they finally battle, I'm making this a thing on the Rap Roundtable.
Why-
When they
why-
finally
why you
battle,
out there?
hey yo,
Now
Thrillz.
fight.
I want to know. I want to know the homie Thrillz.
You
Our
know,
guest.
I already said that Drake is gonna win that battle. So a person who's
listeners
good
know
at this shit, if you had to
where
pick
we
a person
stand.
1-on-1, Drake versus Kendrick. You gotta think about that one.
Please wait for a commercial by RC. I know this sounds crazy, but I might go with Drizzy on
My
that. All right, let me break my
Drake?
answer down. Let me break my answer down. Kendrick is a dope artist. He has so many different flow styles that is retarded. Would y'all agree?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
This
sure.
is nice, man.
I love Kendrick.
It's great. Like I fuck with him. He fits well on songs with other artists that are not in his genre, and he shines. Drake, on the other hand, not only does he does that, but it's not just his flow style. It's his genre. He switches his genre. It's not many rappers that can switch their genre.
Big facts.
Yeah.
He really like. Yo, you see a video of Drake playing some what's the new wave that he got people more.
Oh, that England, that
British-
British drill shit.
British-
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not. It's grime. Yeah.
I promise you, it's slowly but surely creeping in over here with the rapping. Like right now, it's all over Europe.
Yeah.
But I promise you, because it's anything he touches, it turns to gold. He has the Midas touch right
It's
now.
amazing. I
It is.
don't know how he.
It's so amazing you hate to admit it. I promise you.
But
I do. I definitely do.
Dog, if I could push back on that though, you and I both agree, right, that Kendrick is the nicer MC. No?
Lyrically,
I feel like not only lyrically, but in every category, as a showman, as whatever. Or am I wrong?
It's arguable, bro. You really can't.
I think it's arguable. I want to know what Thrillz thinks.
I feel like it's if you really think, even though it's both rap, it's two different styles of rap. 'Cause
I agree. I agree with that.
Kendrick is more of a complex, like that's like. Let me see. How can I? That's like a Basquiat versus a Vincent
Warhol.
Van Gogh or something like that.
Basquiat versus Warhol.
I wouldn't even say Warhol because he was like a party vibe, just like Basquiat.
No, like okay, but
we digging
but
deep now.
The Warhol was pop art. You know what I mean? That was his thing.
Art, but Basquiat was like, I hate to say the word urban, I swear I do, but it was urban pop art.
Let's just say
it was our
it's code word for the N-word.
like Tyler said.
Shout to Tyler. Yeah.
But it's really like putting Basquiat versus like Van Gogh, like someone who's nice at his craft. Great, switches it up. Van Gogh's it out. Van Gogh had the rose period, the blue period. He was nice at art in different styles of that art. But Drake is like party over here with it vibe, like grind with it here with it vibe.
Kendrick already sent the shout out. That man wanted no parts, bro.
And that's
control
what I
is
think
not
is not
really
talked
a
about
shot
enough.
so much as he was
calling people by name.
It was pretty clear.
That was more of more of a challenge me.
That's not.
It
wasn't disrespectful.
I'm gonna go there and say that it was low key clout chasing before it had a name.
Get out of here, John.
But I'm not
Jarvis,
gonna hold you.
go
Fuck are you talking about? But like
Kendrick Lamar, come on.
But it was out of respect though. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't no
say
ill feelings.
fuck that light skin
Thrillz,
nigga.
go ahead, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm about to say it's a difference between saying yo fuck you and I'm nicer than you.
True.
Yeah,
It's a difference,
exactly.
Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think he was just saying, I'm nicer than y'all.
I just think that when that, like I said on the last episode, when that day comes and it's game time,
I can't wait.
I think Drake is gonna show up, bro.
I got a paycheck
was a
on
battle announced. I'm not.
No, I'm just saying we was doing hypotheticals. I was saying I was the only one at the table. I said that when that moment comes, if Drake and Kendrick have that battle, I got Drake. I think Drake is gonna show up and he gonna spit.
That's what I miss. Like you always hear about Hove battling all these people.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I heard of a battle that happened that I never knew took place.
Which was what?
DMX and 50 Cent.
Really?
Wait, what?
Whoa, breaking news here at the Rap Roundtable.
I never heard that
either. That's crazy.
They did a song together.
I'm not going to say exactly like on like this like who told me for sure, but it's a very reliable source. When these mics go off, I got y'all though.
Okay.
But it's a very
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they
Exclusive.
No shit. But like I was confirmed that around this time, like it was a certain amount of people in the city who was lit. Like that's just like the story of what was it? How LL Cool J used to rub in whole face.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Game was like, we gonna find out what he had every time and pull up and battle. Like it was a few key people that battled each other. Like I'm not sure if y'all like. I went to Weston House. A lot of artists went to what like Biggie went to Weston House.
That's a big high school.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta, I heard they was all battling each other in there.
They were all there at the same. Imagine that the
Nigga,
talent.
that's hollow ground over there, nigga.
Hove and Busta.
That's ridiculous.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like young.
Yeah, I want to say
OKC.
something to our artists. We got this. We not supposed to put it on the camera, and I don't know if I should be saying it on wax, but we got this bottle here. A capacity,
I'm
yeah.
doing the antics.
I'm sorry, Job. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be a good host, or we wouldn't be good hosts if I didn't.
I definitely can't talk about what I have on air, but if
We trying to get the sponsors.
We want you to be outside when the project drops. Okay.
vegan stuff.
Oh, okay.
And vegetarian.
Got you.
All right, look.
Leafy stuff.
We are in the stretch run of the episode.
Cheers,
the engineers told us that we got to get the fuck out soon.
Shit.
We got Thrillz getting a libation situation. What's up?
Is he here?
I don't even know. He might have stepped out for a second.
All right.
What you had a beat that you wanted to use for the situations?
Hey, listen, man, we got an MC here.
I'm with it.
You know
Let's
what I
go.
mean?
Let's make it
A
work.
freestyle, aficionado.
You made this beat?
It is my beat. I make beats.
Oh, it's
Holla
lit.
at me.
The beat that's playing right now, he made it. All the sounds you hear on the Rap Roundtable are his beats.
No headphones right now.
Did about to slide over the headphones right now?
Thank you,
I mean,
brother.
I don't. We gotta rock with this
Yeah,
situation.
let's just go with it.
Regret me sliding these. I got you,
Copy.
Ladies
Let
and
me down,
gentlemen, Thrillz,
If anything, I could
Yo,
make it louder in post.
a spitter.
Let's work.
We are the Rap Roundtable. The
Yes.
upper echelon of the podcast is we don't allow bullshit rappers to come in here.
Never.
If he's rhyming on here, the nigga is nice. You hear me? We gonna get out the way, give him the full ice. So Thrillz, do what you do best, my brother.
Let's go.
yo. We turn that up a little bit.
we can't.
That's the thing. This engineer stepped out.
All right. Hey yo, Rap Roundtable. That's the word then. Guaranteed this some Merlin get you curved in. Boy flowing if the gears. Pop shots dead on arrival, on air. We been doing this since youngin', the Nike Airs. Every time we did it, my mans was right there. Loyalty is nothing for most of these niggas talking, cause most of these niggas talking, just talking. Get it right. Listen, I walk the streets with this. Shots pop, hit your face, walk with a lisp. Yeah, fucked up my words, I be slurring this shit. I remember the young days, I had the curve on them bricks. Yeah. I'm in my zone like a 1-2. What we gonna do when we come through? The army couldn't stop me, nor swarm me. They break for peace like Gandhi. Till I got a piece on me. It's fair warning. Niggas said the hip hop. Ichabod Crane, that equal headshots. Head in your shoulders, that mean your neck pop. Reach for change till your neck pop. I told them niggas who you doubting, boss. Where I'm from, they make Jews drop like the Holocaust. Lift your tables up in the air, that's a Molotov. Headshot gon' pop until you're noggin off. Yeah, I like this.
All right, yeah. We got Thrillz on the mic. I think he still got something though. I think he gotta take a little sip of what he got, but I think he still got something, right?
Keep it going.
Let's keep it going, my nigga. Keep that shit going. Let's go.
Hey yo, I'm lighting up the green. Someone get me a Dutch. I had a bitch on my dick like the stick of the cups.
Come on,
niggas wanna hate on me, but I didn't deal with it up. Put your arms up in your air like you giving it up. Don't ask nothing. I told her this is stick up. That's word to big. You get hit before you hiccup. Yeah. TMZ, they want a picture. I teach a bitch like a way I flicker. Yeah. What you trying to do it though? Yeah, it's boy making more than music though. Musical flow, boy, I get up in it. I'm riding through the city, them windows it's never tinted. I want you to see me in it, I get it. These niggas grinning, they hating.
Come on.
Fully with it, they mad, just like they grimace, I'm with it. Picture me falling off. Shots pop, that's a Molotov. Boy on fire, all year long. 4th of July, that gear shift, all year wrong.
Let's go.
Niggas think it's a game. It's like Tory, tell them stay in they lanes. We ain't saying no names. These niggas is lame, they meet in the fame. Shots poppin', how you meet in the flame. Welcome. Niggas talking them things until your bullet head bunch you right in the head of the brain. Throw them dollars on it. Fresh Gucci jackets with the fur collars on it. Told them niggas they ain't stopping me.
Let's go.
Big flow, them overalls and wallabies. Niggas said you gotta be. Make more than my peers and they got college degrees.
Gotta
ain't
be.
No stopping me. This ain't monopoly. We taking over properties. It's all fair if it's warfare. Casualties here. We all here. That boy chillin'. We all fearing the table with them vultures. Motherfucker in Montclair. All denim. All win them. They group B's. Move weed. Shout out to Dapper Dan. I'm 2G's.
Yo, listen. Applaud this man.
Thrillz. Brooklyn's own.
We made it happen.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Valentine's Day. Fuck love. From the homie Thrillz.
On all major platforms, you feel me? The first single is out now, Too Nice. The video is out now. Go get that. Check it out. You feel me? February 14th. Fuck love, man.
Listen, ain't no bullshit rap coming to this table off the top of the dome. You know what I'm saying?
That's a spitter right there.
That's a spitter.
I respect it.
MCs only at the table. We're gonna get this t-shirt made. MCs only. Like if you coming on that,
I like that.
tattoo face bullshit.
I got the business. You know, I make the shirt.
We definitely gonna talk, bro.
We gonna connect.
We gonna
connect up for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's at this point of the episode, after the rhyme and after we get in our zone, where the rap snob needs you to get the fuck completely off the, especially after Thrillz spit. You can't even like come near the lawn.
I want to keep going. I ain't gonna hold you. Can we switch the beat up? We got more loaded, or let
them get that tape. If they want more Thrillz, bro. That's a little appetizer.
You know what we could do after the show?
We got more drink
after
for you.
After the show, we could do our thing, throw it up on.
Oh yeah, hands down. We gonna do all of that.
Yeah. Get off my lawn segment. I do this every episode. This one in particular goes out to some people I've seen on social media, people of a younger generation, right? That like to refer to boom bap rap as two things. One, a subgenre. No. And two, they call it boomer rap.
What?
Also no.
Boomer rap?
So boomer rap.
I didn't know that.
So for those of you that are unaware of the lexicon of a certain younger demographic, boomer is now the it word for things that are old or people that are old.
Right.
You know what I
Baby
mean?
boomer.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like baby boomers, right? So now everything that's old is boomer, right? And if you're saying something that they consider to be old or of past times or whatever, then you're a boomer, and then they're like, okay, boomer. So my get off the lawn goes out to anybody that disrespects the culture and the sound, right, of hip hop and calls it either boomer rap or a subgenre, right? First of all, boom bap is not a subgenre. Boom bap is the sound of the culture, right? You just heard a man come to this table, spit his heart out, right? That's the culture. That's what we uphold, and that's what it's supposed to be, right? If you want to have a derivative of it, all right, of the culture, and play around with different sounds, that's cool. But don't ever disrespect boom bap as calling it a subgenre, right? It is the culture, right? Second, right? Stop calling it boomer rap, right?
That just sounds
That's
like
disrespectful. That's super disrespectful, right? We don't go back to like back in the days like Marvin Gaye and call it boomer R&B.
Can I be honest?
We don't.
Yeah.
I actually like it. Can I say why I like it?
Yeah.
You like what?
Because even though I'm not old, if one of these young niggas was to come to me and say, "Oh, you're a boomer," I will boom your mother.
Yes.
I will boom her.
Yes.
And I am a fat, attractive man with a beard. we are in right now. Fat privilege is a real thing.
That's a fact. Yes.
I ain't going back and fuck you niggas.
But to wrap this up, because we got to get out of here, you know what I mean? My overall point is we don't go back to artists like Marvin Gaye or Al Green, call them boomer soul or boomer R&B. We don't go back to Chuck Berry and call it boomer rock and roll. It's just rock and roll. You know what I mean? So let's call it hip hop. If it's boom bap, if it's before your time, then whatever. But don't disrespect it. That's it. Get off my lawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear this man, especially when you're calling it boomer rap, he might try to use the lawnmower and take your leg or some shit, okay? So stay clear.
Classic sin move.
And I'm going to come behind and ask you how old your mama is.
How about that? Do you need a stepdaddy?
When I was your age, Frankfurters cost a nickel. And it ain't nothing to your mama to feel.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, listen, we ran long today. We got some more topics that we're gonna get to in the next episode. Trust we gonna talk about it. That Eminem segment, we lost our minds, but we had to talk about it. I felt like the culture needed that discussion.
For sure.
But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, the 1 year anniversary of the Rat Roundtable has concluded.
Yes.
Shout out to Thrilz for coming.
Oh, today was the 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Gentlemen,
You know what I mean? My cup
Cheers.
empty, but I'm still gonna put it up though. You know what I mean?
Clink, clink, clink. Oh, shit.
And
These niggas is drunk.
Bro, I didn't even hit it that hard, bro.
It's
I didn't even hit it that hard, though.
anniversary.
But anyway, let the next podcast get up. They be all right. But anyway, we are at episode 13 of the Rat Roundtable. This is a fire situation.
Round of applause.
We here.
We had our first artist come through and bless the microphone as only he could.
I am honored as shit right now. Like real
Yo, we're
talk.
honored to have you, bro.
That's a fact. We appreciate you for coming on, bro. Hands down.
I'm usually the first for like bad shit, like the first to get arrested, like just shit like that. Like
Nah, dog, on some real shit, we really gonna build together because you're exactly the kind of artist. Like we still on our grind, and I could tell the way that you carry yourself as a man, that you're on your grind. Yeah. Like you're exactly the kind of artist that we want to build with. So salute to you, brother.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Shout out to Lang.
For real. Thank you.
Respect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have Thrillz on in the future. You got to come back, bro, because we really want to chow. You got opinions, and you're not afraid to share them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rat Roundtable. Until next time, we will be back to give you what you need.
Eat your vegan patties. And we're going to enjoy vegetables for the vegetarians.
Yes.
We're for everybody.
Yes.
Peace and love.
We out.
Vibes.
Lots of vibes.